What's up, guys? My name is JodyCut5 and welcome back to episode of our Creator Club Career Mode, when we're coming off of a decent European win and some few decent results. We're getting some results together, but we're going to have to prove our worth away from home against Brentford in the Premier League. And the lineup for this one was Valizev in goal. We've got King and Godfrey partner with Williams on the left, Alvarez on the right, Jones and Medri partner with Faith just in front, with Vega on the left, Luka Jovic up top, and Jonathan Okone on the right hand side. Hoping for all 3 points. I know Brentford are still a strong side. We actually met them in the FA Cup, so we know what they're capable of, but hopefully we can get a result and see us get all 3 points away from home. 3 minutes into the game, and we try and start off a little bit quicker than normal, but unfortunately we're not able to do so. Brentford intercept high up the pitch as Ethan Pinnock's on the ball, and they're just passing it about really nicely so far, trying to get a feel for this game. As you can see, it's Fernandez on the ball, but Curtis Jones intercepts in a dangerous position. Alexis Vega picks it up with Jovic making the run, and we could be in on goal really quick into this game. 4 minutes in, Luka Jovic with a chance, a lovely finesse, but an even better save from Marie Silva, who puts it out for a corner kick. Decent first chance in this first half then, as we try and continue our form. 11 minutes into the game, Curtis Jones being the fun of everything as so far in these first 12, as he passes it on to Vega. Vega making a 1-2 as Luka Jovic tries to keep with the ball, but unfortunately it does get intercepted there as Brentford now charge forward. Jack Grealish, of all people, onto Maskimovic as he puts it onto a 1-2 there, and he does really well charging forward there. They've got a chance at goal, a decent save from Valizev as it hits it out to King, and it forced Valizev into another save. Decent double save there, on his toes he is, and it still stays 0-0. 33 minutes into the game, there's been a few chances so far, not too much to be able to shout about though, but in the 34th minute Alexis Vega picks up the ball from a decent interception. He takes a lovely run, finding the gap here. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper for 1-0. Alexis Vega. It is 1-0, and that is a brilliant goal. A lovely bit of individual brilliance from Alexis Vega as he wheels away in celebration in front of the home support. Brilliant stuff from the Mexican international there, and he does well to intercept the ball, and he just charges forward. He sees the gap and he just opens it up with his pace. He just puts the burners on and through he goes. Brilliant stuff from Alexis Vega. We need a little bit of quality in this game. It's been lacking. We've had a few chances, so have Brentford, but at least we've made the most of this one, and we have gone 1-0 up then just before half time. That's what we like to see, and hopefully we can build on this to go even further in the game as we try and do exactly that. But Brentford get restarted here. Fernandez on the ball as they try and make a quick start, as young Coombs is on the ball, just passing it back onto his teammates and try and see if they can get something going and get a feel for the game, because I'm not to be honest, they haven't really been in it so far. We're only a few chances. Maskimovic puts it onto Jack Grealish. He's got a chance to whip it into the box here, but he runs in. He does well to put it onto his teammate. A lovely save from Valizev. The shot comes back out, but King intercepts there, and as you can see, we're just clearing our area and just trying to see if we can now push forward on a counter-attack maybe, as Alexis Vega makes a 1-2 with Luka Jovic. Lovely pass from Jovic, as you can see, and now Fifth opens up. He could be in here as the defence tries to claw back the yards, but Fifth takes the shot. A decent save from Silva, not really testing the keeper, but he has put it out for a corner kick. 55 minutes into the game then, we are in the second half as we try and proceed a decent lead into the second half, as Curtis Jones has a poor pass being misplaced there as they pick it up in their back four as they try and push it forward. As you can see, they're charging forward here, and they've got a chance to be able to hit us on the break as Godfrey tries to claw him back, but he can't really do that. Advantage has been played momentarily as they've got a chance to whip it into the box, but they actually cut inside. They put it into the box with a lovely pass, but once again it is a lovely save from Valizev, really doing so well in this game so far, keeping his side in it, as we are going to make some substitutions. Jones has been okay, but we're going to put on Heimer, and we're also going to put on Al-Qatani for our fifth, and we're going to put Louis Barry on the left as Alexis Vega switches to the right then, and literally trying to get into this game now. Brentford 68 minutes into the game, and Sombrera's on the ball as he tries to find his teammate there. Red and white shirts driving forward, Abel Ruiz being one of them, as you can see. He just does so well being able to get that ball into the box. A decent header from Grealish, but it doesn't really test the keeper enough to really make any difference in this game as we get things restarted from the goal kick, as Alexis Vega is now on the right side compared to his preferred left. He charges forward there using a lot of his pace as Demonde's trying to see if he can claw back the yards and get onto him, as Alexis Vega cuts in on the left. He puts it onto Al-Qatani. He takes the shot. It's blocked. It hits onto Jovic, but a lovely save from Rui Silva there in a hectic attack there, but he does keep his side in it, as Luka Jovic is now going to come off for Francisco Lopez. We're also going to take off Brown Williams and put on Quintana on the left-hand side, as we've got a corner kick then. Al-Qatani to one to whip it in. Can we get a corner goal? That would be nice to see this game off as the ball is whipped in. Francisco Lopez meets it. He's just come off the bench, but he nearly scored there. Decent save there as he pulls the Brentford keeper into action. Lovely save as we try and continue this form. In the 77th minute, we charge forward here, but Vega having a misplaced pass as they pick it up in the middle of the pitch as Brentford try and drive forward there. Zambera picks it up and he puts it onto Jack Grealish there as Gomez whips the ball in. Lovely clearance from Quintana as it falls out to Gustavo Heimer as we try and hit them on the break here as Louis Barry's on the left-hand side. Not too much involvement after coming off the bench. He tries to see if he can get himself involved as Alcatani's on the ball now. He puts it onto Alexis Vega. He's got one. Can he get two? He squares it to Barry though, and it is 2-0, and that should be pretty much it in the 81st minute. Brilliant stuff as we hit them on the break there. I thought Alexis was going to take it on his own, but he just squares it to Louis Barry, and he just taps it into the back of the net. The keeper's been really good for them so far, but they had no chance of keeping that one out, and it is a goal then, 2-0, and we should pretty much see this one out for all 3 points and a clean sheet. That would be nice, but the game still continues. 86 minutes into the game, Brentford trying to see if they can snap a late consolation goal as Abel Ariz on the right hand side tries to see if he can whip it into the box, as you can see, and he does well to turn onto Quintana. He puts it on Maskimovic. He makes a 1-2 there, and it just shies wide there. Brilliant chance for them to be able to at least get one goal, but they really did press us even after scoring, to be honest. They did really well, Brentford. I thought they were a well thought side, they were well organised, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to be able to beat us. No real standout performance. Alexis Vega played his part, to be honest, and there was a few other players that played okay, but to be honest, we wasn't at our best, that was said. It's a decent result though, 2 goals, a clean sheet, and all big 3 points. That's what we like to see as we charge on into the next fixture of this episode. Our next game was in the Europa League away from home to FC Twente. We didn't do too bad at home. I'm pretty sure we got the win on the simulation, so the next game was away. In terms of the lineup, we've gone with a few more changes. Velizev in goal with Phillips and Angola, partner with Quintana on the left, Arajo on the right. Curtis Jones keeps his place with Gustavo Heimer partnering with Alcatani just in front. Louis Barry on the left, Francisco Lopez up top, and Solomon Agayam on the right hand side. Decent lineup though. I feel like we can get the job done, and it will definitely be a decent test away from home. We needed a quick start to this game to see if we can get all the 3 points, but unfortunately we didn't really make the quickest of starts as FC Twente. Just passing it about really nicely. They're getting a feel for the game. The ball is moving very quickly, and we're just trying to assess our options at this current time. We tried to intercept it there with Arajo getting involved as they push it forward there, as you can see, and they're on the ball. The guard lays on the left hand side as he tries to see if he can put it into the box. So they're just literally just passing it about really nicely. I just couldn't get the ball off them whatsoever, but they eventually do go on the attack as Tahar puts it onto the box. He puts it onto his teammate, and Etting's got a chance at goal here, and I thought it was in initially, but a big sitter, and we do still stay nil then as from the goal kick. Velizev plays it short to his teammate Angolo, who makes a lovely pass onto Louis Barry that tries to meet it up with the header there, but he can't do it unfortunately, as now they're trying to charge forward. Interception by Curtis Jones, once again playing a pivotal part in that middle of the park. Louis Barry driving forward here. He hasn't got many options, so he's going to have to take it upon himself if he wants to have a chance at goal. He's done exactly that. He's taken it upon himself. He's hit it on the finesse, and it's 1-0 from the help of a Louis Barry finesse goal. Brilliant stuff from him, and it was just lovely to see him get it on the score sheet. Brilliant kind of individual brilliance to be able to go on the left hand side, use his pace there. He was unmarked, to be honest. I know there was Francisco Lopez offering support in the end, but he just knew he was able to put it into the back of the net. A lovely finesse past the keeper, and he celebrates in front of the travelling support. Brilliant start then, but it was a slow start though, that was for sure. 39 minutes into the game, we still haven't really got going, even though we have scored, as the Haas on the left hand side, he tries to beat Araja there as he just jockeys in for the moment in time, trying to see if he can hold him up and get more defenders back, as Phillips tries to charge the ball now as Ugardley tries to cut inside. He does exactly that, but Velizev saves once again as Quintana meets it there as he tries to help the corner, and he puts it onto Louis Barry, but he turns initially and he does lose it as Rott's on the ball. He tries to get the ball into the box, but Quintana does block it, and it does go out for a throw-in. Second half starts here as FC Twente start really quick, to be honest, definitely quicker than the first half, as Tahar's on the left hand side, as you can see, and he does well to find his teammate Ugardley. Ugardley gets wiped out, and I was thought that was going to be a free kick, but it's actually a penalty just inside the area, and the referee has awarded the penalty kick, and FC Twente had the best chance they've had in this game so far to be able to draw back level. Definite penalty, and Golo just completely wipes him out, just kind of misassessing the ball, and it is a penalty kick then as he steps up from the penalty spot. Is Velizev going to be able to keep his side in it, or will it go into the back of the net as he steps up any minute now, and he has put it in the wrong side of the goal, and it is a goal. 1-1 then, just inside 51 minutes. Hasn't been the best of performances so far from ourselves, as we haven't really looked the best, but unfortunately we're going to have to try and see if we can get another goal in this game to go in front. Decent penalty, sends in the wrong way, and we're going to have to see if we can get ourselves back into this game as 60 minutes goes here, and after that penalty a lot of confidence was gained by the side there, and as you can see they're driving forward once again as the 10 puts it onto Saw. Saw tries to see if he can put it into the box, but he passes it outside initially as Sampson's on the ball. Decent challenge from from Quintana, putting it out for a throw in there as MC20 is still there, driving forward. Red shirts there as Sampson's on the ball once again. He puts it into Saw into his teammate there as he's got a chance to be able to draw it back and shoot. He just takes his time. He hits the shot, but it is a block from Angola there as it goes out for a corner kick. And with that being said, we are going to make some changes. Lopez is going to come off for Sims, not the best of performances from himself, and Al-Qatani will come off for Dele Alli, not the best of performances from himself. Also, definitely disappointed with their attributes as of the moment. As Louis Barry gets that cleared, as you can see, and he just hits it back out to Iteng. Unfortunately, the keeper dies, but he does get back onto his line, as you can see. And we're just trying to clear our box, trying to see if we can get it out. And the white shirts are driving forward now. Ellis Sims picks up the ball, and Dele Alli onto it goes then. White shirt driving forward, and it could be a change in attack, but unfortunately, the ball doesn't really get put in the right position. FC Twente back on the attack as Saul's on the right hand side. He puts it onto his teammate there in the middle of the park. Angola does well to intercept initially, but it's not enough to be able to stop the attack, as you can see. And Small's on the ball, and it is a goal. 2-1 to FC Twente it is then. Unfortunately, we just really didn't clear our lines in any of that bit attack whatsoever. Really poor defending. They hit us on the break. Unfortunately, we just misplaced that pass. We would have been actually 2-1 to ourselves, but unfortunately, we don't make the most of the attack, and we are suffering the consequences. Decent goal, though, nevertheless. It was definitely coming after that penalty, and unfortunately now we're going to have to try and see if we can get it back level as we try and continue our efforts. And 71 minutes into the game as they're just driving forward, they're doing so well, but Quintana does a lovely interception. Louis Barry plays a pass that makes a run onto it also as Ellis Sims in a dangerous position. He's been picked up perfectly, he's in on goal, and he puts it round to the keeper to make it 2-2. Brilliant stuff from Ellis Sims there as he comes off the bench to make the impact as he draws his side level. Then 2-2 it is, and a lovely, well taken finesse goal as he just puts it on the bottom corner there. Perfect stuff from Ellis Sims. That's what you like to see from your strikers there, just confidently putting it into the back of the net. Decent pass there also. I'm not too sure who initially played the pass. I think it was Curtis Jones that initially played the pass from a player from Louis Barry as he puts it into the bottom corner then, and we're looking a little bit more comfortable in this game then as we draw level and look to seek out all 3 points. 85 minutes into the game, but FC Twente look the more likely if they're going to get the 3 points so far as Small puts it onto his teammate Ugard Lady and then puts it into the box there. He does exactly that, and he does really well. Unfortunately, we nearly conceded another penalty there as Phillips does have a free kick being given initially for that shove as it goes out for a throw-in as we try and see if we can hold on to this point at least, as they've got a chance to whip it into the box. A dangerous area, exactly it is, as we try and clear our lines. Phillips does exactly that, but it only falls out to red shirts, and they've got another chance to whip it in there as Saw makes a save. Well, shot, sorry, who then Valizev makes a save. Brilliant stuff from FC Twente so far as they continue to be on pressure. And we've got one last counter-attack in the 90th minute. Ellis Sims just messes it up as he just can't get it out of his feet, and FC Twente are going to make the most of this as they charge forward. Saw's on the right-hand side. He's done so well for himself at the moment as he puts it into the area there, and Angola makes a decent challenge there as he celebrates with his teammates, knowing how vital that challenge was to be able to keep his side in it. But we're going to have to defend this corner though. We've still got one last chance for FC Twente to get back into the game. They've got a corner kick. They whip it in there. A lovely chance from Saw. A decent save from Zalizev there, just tipping it onto his teammate as the full-time whistle has been blown. Unfortunate events for FC Twente, and I'm actually glad to see us get over the line, at least get a point, and that was that. Unfortunately, we didn't get all three. We did start the game okay, but unfortunately, we just didn't really seem to continue the form and be able to push on further in that game. But I will settle for a point. FC Twente looked really good in that game, and we didn't really look up to our best, but at least we got the goals when we needed to. But unfortunately, I think that's going to see us drop down the table, and we are going to fall into second. And after that European adventure, we've got a simulation game against Fulham at home, and it's a 3-3 draw then. Dele Alli Alvarez on the score sheet also, as we look to see Afif getting on the score sheet also. Not much possession, only 3 shots, but we will take it as it was only 3 goals. EFL Cup fixture against Chelsea then. We're looking to continue our League Cup form, but I'm not too fussed because we have changed the lineup there. Alfonso does come in, and as you can see, Wright Phillips is going to start also. Looking to try and see if we can proceed in the next round, but it's definitely not something that's in front of the criteria that we need to meet as a club at the moment, as we do continue our Premier League kind of status and push on in our European adventure also. As we get things started, then Chelsea are going to go off the kick-off as Nkuku there is on the ball, and he's trying to see if he can put it onto his teammate Luna, and he does exactly that. Luna trying to see if he can put it onto the wing, but he has to pull back to Balde. Ledois picks up the ball and he puts it back onto Luna. He puts it then onto Nkuku, and Chelsea are making a very quick start in this game as Luna's on the ball now, trying to see if he can assess his options into the box. He puts it onto Jonathan David. David to Nkuku. Luna on the ball now as we try and see if we can intercept it, but they're dribbling around every single player, and it is a goal then to Christopher Nkuku as he makes it 1-0 2-0 for his side then. Brilliant bit of dribbling from every single bit of individual in that set of play. No way was we intercepting that ball whatsoever, and unfortunately we have to suffer the consequences of a bit of poor defending at the same time, and it is 1-0 then, and Christopher Nkunku beats Valizev really, really easy there. He nearly gets to it, but it should be better from him, that's to be said. I thought they was going to make another attack at one point as Luna tries to drive down the left-hand side, but Araja makes a decent interception there running back, and he makes an even better pass to N'Golo as we try and start our attack now as Alfonso's in space, and he makes the pass there as Alfonso's got options. Lopez onto it goes. As you can see, Louis Barry's got a chance onto the run there. He fires into the gap. He's got a chance at goal. He's got Heimer there. He squares it to him. He's got a tap in, surely, and it's 1-1. 2 goals just inside 10 minutes. Brilliant stuff, and that's what we like to see as we get back into the game straight away. No messing about, and it is 1-1 just inside 10 minutes then. A lovely bit of play there as Louis Barry picks up Gustavo Heimer, and the play before that though where Lopez found Louis Barry in a decent bit of space. That's what we like to see, a bit of passing going well, and it is nice to be able to get that into the back of the net as it sails past Robert Sanchez. 13 minutes into the game as Christopher Nkunku's on the ball now. Chelsea have made a good start, so they're looking to try and see if they can get another goal. As Cole Palmer's on the right hand side, he's got a chance to be able to beat Quintana there as advantage was given, but they're not taking it. Enzo with the shot, it does get blocked initially as we try and fumble it out of the box. Lopez can't pick it up from the touch, as you can see, and it's just going part to part, but Wright Phillips picks up the ball and he tries to use his pace to be able to beat the wingers there, and he does really well to get into the position he needs. He needs support though, as he can't cut inside. There's a lot of shirts trying to drive back in the defence. He actually initially crosses it and then hits the post. A frantic bit of attack there as he tries to see if we can pick it up once again as Alfonso loses the ball, and that was the end of that attack. 42 minutes into the game. It's not been a bad game so far, but it has been a bit of a slow one, that has to be said, as we try and see if we can look to get in front just before the half-time whistle, but Chelsea are going to be looking like the ones that are favourites to do that, as Luna tries to beat Araja, and he's been messing him about all game so far as he puts it on to Jonathan David, but a lovely septon from N'Golo, who then puts it on to Louis Barry, who drives forward now. Al-Qahtani's got support. Francisco Lopez being exactly that. It's 2-on-1 at the moment as he charged forwards one. He's only got one to beat, and that's the keeper. It's past Robert Sanchez, and it is a goal. 2-1 then just before half time, and we're looking forward to going into the break at 2-1 ahead. Didn't expect it, that's to be said. I don't think we deserve it, but I will take it, that is for sure. Francisco Lopez getting on the score sheet, a well-deserved goal from himself. He's been looking a little bit better in this game, that is for sure. Does well to beat the defence there, as there was a few back, but he does well to kind of drag one away and then beat the other. Robert Sanchez having nothing to do with that chance whatsoever. Just sails past him, too much power and precision, and it beats the keeper, and we are in front then just before half-time. We start the second half okay, but Chelsea know they need to come out the blocks and get a result here as they are out 30 minutes left of this tie. Di Lorenzo on the ball as he tries to beat Alfonso. He does exactly that. He beats Gaetano. He puts it onto Nkunku. Lovely chance for Chelsea as Jonathan Davis in the box, but Gustavo intercepts there as he puts it onto his teammate Francisco Lopez. He can only but lose it as Wesley Fofana picks up the ball and he puts it onto Enzo. Enzo in the middle of the park as he puts it onto Lolly Rice, who puts it onto Kubo. Kubo's got a lovely chance. He puts it onto Nkunku, and it is 2-2. Chelsea were knocking at the door, and they've definitely smashed it in, and it is a goal. 2-2 then, just inside about 60 odd minutes now, and they have got still a little bit of time to be able to get back into this game and even get in front, and they are level as it stands at the moment. We are going to make some substitutions. Everyone's been doing okay so far, but I feel like we need to freshen things up. Curtis Jones is going to come on for Alfonso. He's not really done the best. Afif coming on for Al-Qahtani, and we're also going to replace Lopez with Ellis Sims then as we get the restart gone, as Afif makes it onto a run here. He does well to put it onto his teammate Louis Barry. He tries to see if he can get something going on the right hand side. He just holds up ball day for the moment, but unfortunately not many blue shirts driving forward to offer support. We put it back initially and then he puts it onto Curtis Jones. He's got a lot of chance to be able to hit it here, but a real wayward shot. I'm not too sure what he was doing with that one. A decent chance missed there as we look to push on further in this tie. Still 2-2, 78 minutes gone. Any goal now and it probably will be the winner as Chelsea try and see if they can make the difference in this attack. They're driving on the right hand side. He puts it onto his teammate Cuba there. He makes a 1-2. We do intercept it initially, but it only falls back out to a Chelsea man as Colwell picks up the ball. Lolly Rice on the ball as he tries to get past the defence. He does exactly that. There's shirts in the box, but he takes it on his own. A little bit of individual brilliance, and 9 minutes left, and it could be all Chelsea, and they might be going through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. An unfortunate event. We've definitely proved our worth, but it might just be that we fall short on this instance, and we might just not be going through on the next round. A little bit of individual brilliance there, just saw them go in front. I don't know what was happening They just dribble past one, dribble past two, and he puts it into the bottom corner to make it 3-2 then. We've got one last chance just before the full-time whistle as Wright Phillips was on the ball then. Can we get one before the 90th? As you can see, Wright Phillips tries to put it onto Afif. He does exactly that. Afif is driving in the box. He doesn't do anything with it, unfortunately. He loses it in such a vital position. We can't pick it up again before the full-time whistle, and we are out of the Carabao Cup then. We at least scored 2 goals. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to be able to beat Chelsea on the day. A late goal saw us crashing out of the Carabao Cup, but it is what it is. We just fell short at the last hurdle, but yeah, I say it is what it is, and we're going to focus on what we've got left of this season. And we do come up against them again away from home. Not really looking forward to this one after playing them, and we know what they can bring to the table. We have changed things up though, don't get me wrong. Valisev in goal with King and Godfrey partnering in the centre backs as Williams on the left, Alvarez on the right, Jones and Medbury in the middle as Afif just in front with Vega on the left, Jovic up top and Jonathan Okone on the right hand side. We know what they can bring. We've got a better lineup. Let's see what we can do. Knowing that Chelsea are going to bring everything to the table, we're going to try and start as quick as possible, but it seems to be they've done exactly that also as Mudrik's on the ball. They're just passing it about exactly like they did in the last time as they make a decent imprint onto the game as Luka Modric, I was about to save. Mikhailo Modric is on the ball as you try and see if they can put it into the box. He whips it into Di Lorenzo, who's got a decent header to that, but it just goes wide then. Decent start to this game as 25 minutes into the game. We haven't really had any chances so far. Chelsea pushing forward now as Lolly Rice is on the ball to try and see if they can push forward now in this game and get a first forward themselves. So they've dragged to the left-hand side, trying to see if they can get the ball into the box. Garland Mudryk picks up the ball then. They've got a chance to be able to put it into the box and have a tap in pretty much. Leon King tries to intercept there as Mudryk still picks up the ball and he puts it onto his teammate Nkuku. Onto Enzo it goes. But Valisev does save, keeping his side in it if they've got a corner kick, but they are going to play it short, it looks to be, as Nkuku picks it up short then. He does so well to get past the Williams there, but it does stick a foot out initially, but unfortunately the ball wasn't good enough to get it out of the box. A chance to be able to see if they can get a goal here as Cole's on the ball. He puts it onto Jonathan David. It is 1-0. They made the most of the mistake being able to try and pass it out the back. Didn't really work, unfortunately. Brandon Williams having that misstray pass, and we have suffered the consequences as is. Jonathan David getting on the score sheet, and it's not the one that you'd really want to see, but yeah, it was coming. We know what they can bring, and as I say, I was dreading playing them, to be honest, because I didn't feel confident whatsoever. 32 minutes into the game, Enzo on the ball now as he just passes it back to his teammate Wesley Fofana. Advantage being given initially from a rash challenge onto Enzo, and Enzo is suffering from that challenge there as referee does look back to see if he's okay, and he has pulled up then, and he has blown the whistle initially as Enzo does hold his leg. It's probably a dislocated shoulder it'll come up as, but he is holding his leg then as they look to try and see what actually happened in that rash challenge. I'm pretty sure it was Akrim Afif that committed the foul there initially, as we look to get a replay on that one and see what happened as he just comes charging in full throttle, and unfortunately he just collides with Enzo Fernandez there, and he does not take that lightly whatsoever, as that has put in him some discomfort, and Marquinhos is going to come on in replacement then as it's 40 minutes into the tie. Can we get something in this game? Luka Jovic on the ball, looks to be a little bit bright as he puts it on his teammate Okone, but unfortunately the header is very weak for the Chelsea keeper. Looks to be he's just holding the ball momentarily then as he takes the goal kick as Jonathan David tries to win the header. He does exactly that as he puts it onto his teammate there. Mikhailo Mudryk turns the defence so well there as he charges forward. Ben Godfrey trying to see if he can kind of win the ball there as Mudryk's driving forward on the wing. He does exactly that. He intercepts it and he still keeps it in play as he puts it onto Alvarez. He skips past Colwill then. Alvarez skips past another as he puts it onto his teammate Jonathan Okone, and we're looking very bright in this attack. Looking the best we ever looked in this game so far as Okone squares it to Vega, and it's a tap in. It's 1-1 and we're going to go in at the break level then. It didn't look like that was going to be the case at one point, but we have made the most of a decent counter-attack there. Ben Godfrey winning it in our own areas. He puts it onto Kevin Alvarez, who makes a lovely few dribbles past a few Chelsea players then, and we find ourselves in a decent position where Okone squares it to Alexis Vega, and he only has the net in front of them. Brilliant stuff from Alexis Vega as he puts it into the back of the net to put his side level just before half-time. As I say, it's not exactly deserved, but we will definitely take it, that is for sure. As the second half commences now as Ben Godfrey's on the ball. He looks to skip past a few attackers there as he puts it onto his teammate Jonathan Okone. Okone looking dangerous. We could be ahead here, but a decent save from the Chelsea keeper there as he puts it out for a corner kick. Looking a bit brighter, seeing that goal's put us bringing our steps so far, as you can see, as Marquinhos puts it onto a teammate there. He does really well initially, but unfortunately gets a misplaced pass from going again as Hannibal Medri still fancies chances. Just strays wide there. Decent opportunity from Hannibal Medri, but that wasn't it. As we made some substitutions then, as we we try and see if we can change it up. Solomon's going to come on for Akone. Try and see if we can change it up with Curtis Jones coming on for Dele Alli, and also Ellis Sims coming onto the pitch then. 76 minutes into the game, and Neymar puts it into the box. There's Kubo there, and it is a goal. And unfortunately, they have put a dagger in the heart of ourselves, and that is a brilliant ball into the box there, where Kubo just meets it perfectly. One time here, and it is going into the back of the net, and that might just be it, to be honest. I thought we might get away with a point, but it seems to be that we might not actually do that in the end. There's a lovely ball into the box, as you can see, just outside the footy. He does what he does best, and Kubo just kind of scorpion kicks it into the bottom corner. Lovely goal from Chelsea. Hats off to themselves. You can't doubt that whatsoever. And it is 2-1 then. We go down 2-1. Unfortunately, not the best. Unfortunately, not what we wanted, but we're going to have to try and see if we can carry on, but I'm not too sure if that's the case, as Kubo's on the left-hand side. They could make it free as Kubo whips it into the box. Jonathan David with a chest bicycle kick and a goal. Unbelievable stuff from Jonathan David. That is a goal of dreams, to be honest. Probably one of the best we'll see all season against us, that is for sure. Jonathan David, take a bow, son. Unbelievable stuff. You don't get things like that often coming up against you. I mean, the technique to be able to just chest it down from the cross there, and he just absolutely just believes in all of his full ability. But it just, I don't even know what happened in that instant. Completely does Valizev, and we do not like to see that, that is for sure. As we get things restarted, it's 3-1, and Chelsea look to put in an arrow in a heart even more as Jonathan David drives forward, and he nearly makes it 4 there with a quick counter-attack there. Unbelievable stuff from Chelsea. It's like someone's just flicked a switch and they've just turned on all of a sudden, because they are literally looking at fire as we try and clear the corner there, and we don't really do it that well initially, but Medri finally whips it out. Vega makes a fancy pass to Afif, who doesn't really make the run with it as Solomon then picks it up. Solomon on the right hand side makes a 1-2 with Afif, but unfortunately can't make the pass, but it does fall back to him again. If we're going to score, it's pretty much going to be a consolation, and he does exactly that. Akrim Afif finds the back of the net, but I'm not celebrating whatsoever, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a consolation goal, to be honest. Akrim Afif, decent for the goal, but yeah, it's not the best of things that we want to see, to be honest. We could have been taking our chances at the start of the second half and we'd be in a better position, and unfortunately with a few class acts from Chelsea, they got the job done. And it is full-time whistle at Stamford Bridge, 3-2 to Chelsea. No points being collected in this game either, and unfortunately we are feeling a little bit down after having 2 defeats to Chelsea, but it's one of those, we've got to pick ourselves up again and just keep going, to be honest. We know we've got still a few games in the Premier League left to be able to try and see if we can get into that top 4. We've got a decent remainder of the season left, that is for sure. But yeah, that's all we can do. We just need to look to improve and charge on even further in our league efforts and still our European adventure. Here is the Premier League table then, as you can see, and we're standing 10th as of the moment. Played 11, won 4, drawn 3 and lost 4. We've still got plenty of games left in the Premier League, that is for sure, but it's not really started to the best of our abilities, that has to be said. Still sitting in the top 10 as we speak. As you can see, we're sitting on 15 points, just 1 point behind Chelsea, with a few, we're not too bad. I mean, surprisingly, we're only 5 points off the top 5. As much as that is very surprising, it's okay, it's not too bad. We could be doing better, but it's not too bad. But yeah, we'll still go on and still carry on and do what we need to do, and hopefully pick up some points in the next episode, because we're desperately needing some, that is for sure. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you've ever missed any other episodes in my career modes, please be sure to check out all my playlists we've got from episode 1 to episode 36, where we are at now. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.